We're going to be writing a couple of essays about the theme of young adult literature. So we're going to start with a short essay that is 3 paragraphs long, and we are going to first find a novel that is interesting to you. I've given you one that's a really great resource. It's not the only resource, but it's one. So let's take a look at that together. Here's this website, and it's by Time Magazine, and I think it's as good as any reference that I can find. So let's see what we do. We're going to scroll down this article. As I scroll down, you can see that this is the first of 100. I could look over the title a little bit and see if that interests me. If not, I go to the next one, and 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 on and on and on until I find one that interests me. Let's say I decide on To Kill a Mockingbird. Maybe you already studied To Kill a Mockingbird in high school. If you did, I'm going to recommend that you find another novel. But it's up to you. You're going to choose a classic, and I'm not going to argue with you as long as you lock your topic and you're the only one that's doing that. Remember that one of the first things that you did in the semester was that you went to the discussion board and you locked your topic for the classic essay. So no one else can read it. But let's say that this is the one that I want to do. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to decide on that topic. I'm going to go to the discussion board. I'm going to lock that topic down right away. And then I'm going to go over to the library. But how do I go to the library, you say, when I am sitting here at a computer? Well, we go to the home page for Modesto, and we click on the icon for library, and we're going to put in this title that we're going to look for. So we've typed that in, and we're going to search. And there it is. We find that it's there. We can click on that, and we can find it and read it. I clicked on View All Editions and Formats, and I see that not only is it in the library as in print in a book, it is also available as an ebook. Isn't that fantastic? And in different languages, if I get excited about that. Coming back to that library homepage, let's say that you could not find the title that you were looking for. Then you're going to go back to the library and you're going to ask one of the fabulous librarians at this institution. I'm not kidding you, y'all. These people want to help you. They are so excited to help you and are eager to help you find something if you can't find it. So be sure that you take advantage of this. I'm not kidding you. I teach at a lot of different schools, and this is one of the best library resource centers you can imagine. You can always ask a librarian for help, and they will help you find what you are looking for, and they'll help you as you study that essay that you're going to write about the topic. Phone numbers are located over here if you want to call. They have service hours. There's online tutoring. There's all kinds of help available to you. A writing center, make an appointment, supplemental instruction, you name it. This school has it for free. So now you've read your novel, and I want you to actually read your novel. But let's say maybe it's a classic novel and it's a little bit more challenging than you thought. Y'all, I like Sparknotes. As long as you make sure you give credit in your essay that you have consulted Sparknotes, there is no problem that I have with you getting ideas and help from Sparknotes. The important thing is that you don't quote, copy, and paste from Sparknotes, because 500 plagiarism pieces of software will pick that up in a heartbeat. You want to use Sparknotes as a resource, not as a substitute for your own brilliance. So I'm going to look up this title. And of course, Sparknotes has a million different ways to study that piece of literature, and you can use any of them. Just make sure that you give credit to that resource when you write the essay. Fair enough? Fair enough. And make sure that you don't cheat yourself out of reading the novel. You use Sparknotes to help and then read the novel, and it makes perfect sense, and then you feel how brilliant you are because you read this novel. All right? And I can always tell. So let's make sure that we all keep it on the up and up. Yes? Yes. Let's go back to the assignment. Now you've read the novel, and you're going to create a Word document which you will later save as a PDF. Remember, everything we turn in includes a PDF. So you're going to start with your name, date, course, classic novel, essay, the word count. It's going to be on the upper left. Remember, the word count or the essay will receive a 0, so that's important. There's going to include the title of the novel that you studied and an image of that novel. Paragraph number 1, in your own words, you're going to summarize the novel and describe the protagonist. If possible, include an image of that protagonist. You can usually Google that image and find one. Sometimes not, and in that case, use your own description that you read from the novel and find a picture that looks like that character. I like doing that. I think that's fun. Well, let's just do it with To Kill a Mockingbird. Of course, the protagonist of To Kill a Mockingbird is the young Girl Scout, so I clicked in Scout To Kill a Mockingbird, and I clicked Images on Google. And of course, there's about a million of these images, but I want to select an image that shows the theme of this novel. What is it that perplexes this little girl? And which image, as I scroll through, do I find that most captures her plight as a protagonist, what she needs to learn? And that's the one that I'm going to choose. I'm going to right click it, and then I'm going to paste it into my Word document. Next, I'm going to explain the theme of the novel, and I have my Sparknotes references to help me. I have scheduled an appointment with a librarian who helped me find the novel and who is going to help me understand what the theme of the novel is. I've arranged for free tutoring sessions with a wonderful librarian to help me do this, and so I decide what the theme of the novel is using my own words, and I'm going to prove that that theme is possibly true by using examples of events and quotes from the novel. When I quote something from the novel, remember, I always include a page number where that quote was found. Yes? All right. Paragraph 3, in my own words, I explain why and how I relate to the protagonist of the story. What is it about her that I recognize in myself? The essay is a 3-paragraph essay. Should be about 350 to 500 words. Be sure to proofread for grammatical content. Again, the librarians can help with that and make sure that that's all buttoned up. Make sure that you make use of all the free library resources available to you, and you can watch this tutorial as many times as you need. And the most important thing is that you find a novel that you enjoy and that speaks to you and that is something that you find enjoyable. Again, when you choose your title, you go immediately to the discussion board and lock the topic for the classic novel. And that way, no one can read this item except you. So again, this is a great resource. There are others, and you may feel free to explore other classic novels that are for young adult readers and about young adults. Adolescents, anywhere from 10 to 19 will be your target range for that. And when you choose that title, lock it down. That concludes this tutorial on classic adult, young adult books.